Well, I started doing this problem in class, but I didn't finish it completely. So I want to go back and do it as activity 0000 because it was not actually listed as an activity. All right. The plan is to make a design table based on the drawing that you see here, and the stuff in the design table must be the number of the uh, pockets that I made here, and the radius of the small circle, radius of the big circle, and the location of the center of these circles, which is dictated by R mid, and finally the padded height. Let's go ahead and make a nominal part first. So on that plane, I will sketch a circle, and I make sure it's centered. It makes what makes my job a little bit easier, not by much. Okay, all right. And then this is going to be exit. Let's pad it. That's fine. Now on that top face, I will sketch. Oh, I forgot to dimension this thing. So let's go back here and dimension it, because it's one of the parameters that appear in the tree, not the tree, but this Excel spreadsheet. So I need to dimension it. And on that face, I will sketch another circle. That's going to be the location of the center of these. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I will, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. No problem. Dimension this thing. Where's that dimension? Right there. All right. And I'm going to turn this thing into a construction entity, because I don't want to paddle pocket that. I just want it to be there so that I can use it for putting the center of that circle on it, those small circles on it. So I'm going to draw a circle, but make sure that it's going to be on that construction entity. So, and it doesn't matter where. So I'm going to just draw it there. But I don't want this thing to be construction. I want it to be actually a true curve. Dimension this thing. All right, one thing I forgot to do was to dimension that construction entity. So let me go ahead and do that too. Oh no, actually I did right here, 3.69. Never mind. Exit, and then we're going to pocket that all the way to the end. Very good. And now we're going to do what is that? Uh, circular pattern. Circular pattern, complete crown. Number of them, I'll put down 4 here for now. And the reference entity is going to be that plane, or you can do the z-axis, either way. And the thing that I want to pattern is actually that pocket. It's not the whole current solid. Okay, pocket. And then we say, okay, there we are. Good. So now we're going to go, to make our job easier, we're going to go to f of x, click on that part, and let's get the stuff that we want. So this one is our big. So let me see, what did I call this thing in the table? R big. I don't have a table, but that's how I want it to be listed in the table, R big. And right now it's 5.3, that's fine. And then the next one, this is R mid. That's where the center of that construction circle is. Basically the distance from the center of the hole to the center of the big circle. Right now it's 3.69, yeah, good. And then this one is going to be radius of the small hole. So I'll call it, based on the description here. When I say description, this is what I'm talking about. Our hole, okay. Now the padded height is right there. This is the padded height. If you have a problem, just try to zoom in, whatever. This is the padded height. I'll make it a big H. The only thing that's missing here is that the number of holes of the circular pattern. So if you click on the circular pattern, this is the one that determines the number of holes. I'm going to call it big N. And then we say OK. And now we click on the design table. We're going to create our design table. We don't have one. We say OK. And we're going to do it based on rename parameter, which is a lot easier. So for example, I put the number of holes, or big, or medium, or hole, and the padded height. And then we say OK. It says, where do you want to put it? Well, it was activity 000, right? Say OK. One more zero. Say OK. And the table is going to be created in just a minute. And synchronize, you have to get that synchronization message. And you will, but it may take time. Everything is done on OneDrive and personal drive and things like that. I still haven't got it. But anyway, right now it's there, apply, no problem. Now we go to edit table. I still haven't got that synchronized. Oh, there's nothing to synchronize. Only when we change it, we synchronize. So let's say that you want 8 of these. And the radius of the big is 8 or 10. How about that? These are units of inches, okay? The medium, let's put it, the medium circle, 5. Whole, let's make it a little bit bigger. Maybe don't put a ridiculous number so that it doesn't look good. And H, maybe 5. Let's do another one. What if we want two holes? I don't know, radius maybe 20, 23. Or make it 5. Radius of the hole, I make it 0.5. And the height, I make it very small. So, for example, also 0.5. And then we say, 0.5. 0.5. And then we save and close and wait for your synchronization message. See that? It's thinking. There we are. All right. So this is the first row. If you go to the second row and apply, you're going to get 8 holes. You go to the third row and apply, you're going to get 2 holes, etc. And that's pretty much it. The thing that I wanted to show you, a couple of things. Remember, if you want to get to the design table, you have to make sure this is showing up in your tree. Double click on it. I just want to show you something. And that is when you say edit table, notice that there is no units for n because that's the number of holes. Number of holes does not have units. Okay, these must have units, inches, for example. And that's pretty much it.